You're watching Ringside Wrestling.
Welcome everybody to Behind the Mic, the weekly episodic WWE news show right here on Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. This is Joel Perez, your host of this show. And today, this is episode 3, we've got huge motherfucking news for you. This show just keeps getting bigger and bigger every week. The first week we started off with 3 news stories. Last week we went to 4. This week I've got 6 motherfucking news stories for you guys. It's a busy week for WWE news and we're covering the biggest stories right here on Behind the Mic. Some huge stories. Let's go over what I have got for you guys. We've got Vince McMahon continuing to want to shove Roman Reigns down our fucking assholes, our fucking mouth holes, our fucking ear holes, every motherfucking hole we've got in our motherfucking body. Vince McMahon, apparently the last shot Roman Reigns has to get over is WrestleMania 33. A little spoiler alert, he's not going to get over by WrestleMania 33. Apparently Batista never coming back to the WWE. We've got news on Micheal Cold leaving the Raw announcing. That puts a smile on my face right there. Because Cole, you might be a brilliant mind for the WWE, but you're awful on commentary, good sir. We've got Triple H announcing a women's tournament coming in 2017. Kenny Omega saying what it would take for WWE to sign him. And I'll give you a little hint. It's quite obvious what WWE needs to fucking sign Kenny Omega. Guarantee him good motherfucking booking. There you fucking go. There's your answer. I don't think Kenny Omega needed to come out and state that one. We've got all this. We've got Randy Orton fucking flipping off fans over here. Maybe he's not. Maybe he is. Nobody motherfucking knows. All this and so much more on Behind the Mic. Make sure to go check out everything this channel entails. Comment, like, subscribe, Twitter account, all that good stuff. For now, I don't want to fucking waste your time too much. Let's go into all the news stories. Vince McMahon desperate for Roman Reigns to gain acceptance from the WWE Universe. WrestleMania 33 will be his last chance. It's about motherfucking time that they finally realize this guy just isn't motherfucking getting over. It's about motherfucking time. Because how many fucking years now? 3 motherfucking years that they're shoving Roman Reigns down our throats over and over and over again. It's awful. It is absolutely awful. Ever since the Shield split up, they've been booking this guy like he's the best goddamn thing that ever happened to the company. And it's absolutely disgusting. So let's read this news article. I'll elaborate on what the fuck I'm saying. Before WWE officials can book Roman Reigns to become the WWE Universal Champion at the WWE Royal Rumble, which nobody, I can guarantee you, nobody wants to see, the man will be demolished, showered in booze at the Alamo Dome, no doubt about it. They need to be sure of what his plans are for WrestleMania 33. As of this writing, they're not. It's been reported that WWE officials are planning a big surprise for Roman Reigns heading into the grandest stage of them all, but it won't be winning the WWE Universal title. Well, I'm fine with that, sure, let's keep reading. Most people are already expecting that. On paper, Kevin Owens loses the WWE Universal Championship to Reigns and then enters a feud with Chris Jericho. Roman Reigns' opponent for WrestleMania 33 would most likely be the winner of the Royal Rumble match, but that could be a handful of names. There is a legitimate chance for Finn Balor, Goldberg, The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, or another to win and face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 33. Meanwhile, Reigns just became the first babyface in WWE history to win PWI's most hated wrestler of the Year award, which, are you motherfucking surprised that Roman Reigns has won that award every time he enters a motherfucking building? It's boo, it's you suck, it's you can't wrestle, it's all this, and yet it's like WWE's a blind fucking dog, and they don't hear these fucking chants. Are you fucking kidding me? The WWE Universe continues to be strongly opposed to Roman Reigns as the guy of WWE programming, with other options like Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and others able to take that role without the same resistance from the WWE Universe. Vince McMahon is said to be getting desperate to get Reigns over. Is this of any surprise to anybody? The way that Roman Reigns has been booked shows you that everybody in the fucking back wants to get him over. It's a political agenda, nothing more. According to a new report, WWE officials are heavily debating the best option for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 33. If it were up to me, he'd be off the motherfucking card, but whatever. Apparently, Vince McMahon wants Reigns in the WWE Universal Championship match, which is an absolutely awful idea, which means there is a great chance that Roman will defeat Kevin Owens at the WWE Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Vince feels that Braun Strowman might be the best opponent for Reigns at WrestleMania. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the best opponent you can find for Roman Reigns in a Universal Championship match at WrestleMania 33. Jesus Christ. Smackdown could put James Ellsworth versus Kurt Hawkins and it would be better than this fucking match. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? Braun Strowman and Roman, for WrestleMania main event. Absolute. Are you that fucking jaded, Vince McMahon? Are you, we know you're fucking old, but you're out of touch. Okay, you can be out of fucking touch, but that motherfucking out of touch that you want to put Roman Reigns against Braun Strowman? Jesus Christ, does this company motherfucking hate their fans then? Jesus Christ. He believes Roman defeating Strowman at WrestleMania 33 will apparently get this guy over. I mean, where the fuck does he pull this shit out of his ass? Cause I mean, are you fucking kidding me? He believes Roman defeating Strowman on the grandest stage of them all will make him look great as WWE's top babyface and giving him a new rampart with the WWE Universe. More recently, Vince McMahon is getting cold feet about pushing Strowman into such a big match this quickly, especially since he's being set up to put over Reigns. Reigns versus Strowman may not be happening anymore, thank God, which has made Vince McMahon second guess many other matches for Roman in Orlando. First it was Reigns versus Strowman. Then it was the rematch between Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Oh my God, it was great at WrestleMania 31, but it was great because you had Seth Rollins cashing in, you had Brock Lesnar as the biggest thing ever, and nobody wanted to see Roman Reigns. Everybody loved seeing Roman Reigns get his ass kicked in that match. I mean, this sounds like absolutely awful. And then for a brief time, they were even considering Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Oh my lord, do they want to put people to fucking sleep in the main event of WrestleMania? Do they give a fuck about the fans? And now it looks like Vince is locking in on Reigns versus The Undertaker, which, I mean, out of everything we've heard, that's the best option, and it's not even that great if you ask me. It's being said Vince McMahon's top priority heading into WrestleMania 33 is to get Roman Reigns over as WWE. This article is absolutely fucking nauseating. You're not gonna get Roman Reigns over. You are motherfucking not. If for 3 years you've had every single name in your company try to get this guy over, Seth Rollins, Bray Wyatt, Triple H, Braun Strowman now, apparently they want to put in there. Vince McMahon himself in 2015. You've had the League of Nations, Rusev, Wade Barrett, Alberto Del Rio. You formed a fucking stable to get this guy over. It didn't work. AJ Styles, it didn't motherfucking work. Kevin Owens, it doesn't motherfucking work. Chris Jericho, it doesn't motherfucking work. None of these names will make a Roman Reigns win interesting. The guy is not liked. He's not going to get over. You can put him in the ring with the Braun Strowman, they will cheer for Braun Strowman. You can put him in the ring with Undertaker, they will cheer obviously for the Undertaker. You can put him in the ring with a fucking mop, they will cheer for the motherfucking mop. It is that simple. You're not going to get Reigns over as WWE's top babyface unless you have a crowd full of women who haven't had sex in 6 months and fucking kids. That's the only reason. That is the only motherfucking reason. The reason, and here's a reason Vince wants Reigns versus Undertaker on the grandest stage of them all. It's to raise Roman Reigns' stock significantly in a match with the Dead Man. It's plausible that WWE officials may want Roman Reigns to go over Undertaker at WrestleMania, which may be a problem. It's certainly going to be a problem with the WWE Universe. Jesus, this article is absolutely nauseating to motherfucking read. Ultimately, WWE officials will be pulling out all the stops to ensure that once WrestleMania 33 is over, the WWE Universe has softened Reigns. With these fucking plans, if anything, the WWE Universe is gonna hate Reigns more by the time WrestleMania 33 is over. And there's only one solution to this. Turn Roman Reigns heel. There you fucking go. He's a great heel. You can see it in the way he speaks. Nobody likes him. Give us a reason to motherfucking hate him. Give us an on-screen storyline reason to motherfucking hate him. Instead of having him be your top babyface, have the guy be your top heel. Because realize, if it hasn't worked, if your babyface role hasn't worked, when you turn the guy heel, it's been fantastic. AJ Styles as a face, it was alright. You turn him heel, he's immediately fantastic. Dolph Ziggler as a face, he's been great, but he's been kind of getting stale. You turn him heel, he is now fantastic. Fucking everybody in your division, as soon as they're turned heel, it's like they found a new breath of fresh air. Natalya, she was awful as a fucking babyface. You turn her heel, and she's fucking great. How come this all works with fucking Smackdown? Why? Why? It makes no motherfucking sense why WWE shouldn't turn this guy heel. But where the fuck am I? Ultimately, WWE, I already read that, Vince McMahon is viewing this year's WrestleMania as Roman Reigns' last chance to get over with the fans. If the WWE Universe turns on him again, like they did at WrestleMania 32, WWE officials may push Reigns down the ladder and give someone else a chance to be the guy in WWE. The fact that it's now that he's getting his last chance, after 3 years of being booed, savaged in every arena that he's entered, that is absolutely awful. I don't believe it. Vince McMahon and WWE officials need to be sure about their plans for Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker, because if Reigns defeats Owens to become WWE Universal Champion at the WWE Royal Rumble, then they're going to have to revamp their plans on the road to WrestleMania. If someone changes their mind, which could get much more complicated depending on who wins the Royal Rumble match next Sunday. I know one thing for motherfucking sure, and it's that nobody wants to see Roman Reigns win the Universal title, go on to main event WrestleMania, or beat The Undertaker. This man is absolutely despised. You've got one of the most talented rosters in the entire world of professional wrestling, and this is the guy you're putting in your main event of WrestleMania 3 years in a row now. You have got to be fucking kidding me. At the Royal Rumble, Kevin Owens better go over. At WrestleMania, Roman Reigns better be in an undercard match. I don't want to see in a championship match. I don't want to see him in a main event. I don't want to see him even on the fucking WrestleMania card. Because the way he's been booked, the way he's been presented, has been absolutely nauseating. Turn the guy heel like everybody's been saying for years, put him in a worthwhile feud, and shut the fuck up about putting him against Braun Strowman, about putting him against The Undertaker, putting him over The Undertaker. Stop it. Stop it. Hearing these reports, reading these reports is absolutely fucking awful. It's nauseating. And I'm tired of it. Roman Reigns is a cancer. The way he's being booked, he is a cancer right now to everything going on in the WWE. He needs a change of direction, and I don't know why it's motherfucking now that Vince McMahon is realizing the fact that this guy isn't getting over, and that WrestleMania 33, WrestleMania 31 should have been this last guy's chance to get motherfucking over. He hasn't gotten over to this point. And why? It's because he's been shoved down our throats year after year in WrestleMania main event after WrestleMania main event, when there's clearly been more ample fucking talent to put in this main event. Last year, you had a guy like Dean Ambrose. You could have put him in the main event against Roman Reigns. 2 Shield members against each other. That would have been a great main event. Instead, you put Roman Reigns against Triple H. You're not giving people the opportunity. WrestleMania 31. We could have seen a Daniel Bryan in the main event. We could have seen somebody else that wasn't a Roman Reigns in the main event. He clearly wasn't ready. And he's not ready at this point either. You could have put somebody else in the main event. You haven't. You didn't. You didn't. This year, you had the opportunity to put a Kevin Owens, a Sami Zayn in the main event. What are you fucking doing? Again, for the 3rd fucking year in a row, you are putting the man who nobody wants. Nothing has changed from WrestleMania 31 to now. For instance, the Royal Rumble of 2015 to now. Nothing has changed. Nobody wants Roman Reigns, and that is the simple motherfucking fact of it all. That's all I have to say about that. Let's cool down after that last one. Jesus Christ. But the next story here. Randy Orton reportedly has heated altercation with fan prior to WWE live event. WWE star Randy Orton has had an altercation with a fan prior to last night's WWE live event in Jonesboro. The altercation reportedly took place at a gym where a WWE fan was working out. The report notes the fan named Anthony Martin spotted Randy Orton also working out at the gym and asked Orton if he could get a picture with him. I approached him by myself and said, "Can I get a picture of you?" Martin said. He gave me a fist bump and replied, "Sorry, I can't hear you," pointing to his earphones. We went our separate ways. Martin said he then decided to snap a picture of Orton from across the room, which angered Orton. He saw me snap the picture and came up to me and got in my face and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" I said, No damn pictures? Are you fucking stupid?" Martin said. I said, "No, you said you couldn't hear me." Cody Halstead is one of Martin's friends who was at the gym with him. He told NEA Report what he saw transpire. Orton said, "I can't hear you, bro," and walked away, Halstead said. So Anthony walked back and took a picture anyways, and then Randy came over to Anthony, grabbed his hands, and was belittling Anthony and pretty much was saying, "Motherfucker this, motherfucker that." Oh shit, Randy Orton got fucking angry. And there's a picture of him angry at the motherfucking gym. The report adds, Orton eventually calmed down and told the men to enjoy their workout before leaving. So there you fucking go. A heated altercation Randy Orton had with these fans. There's another report saying that this is all fucking fake. But Randy Orton here, he got fucking angry because they fucking went back and took a picture with him. And, I mean, there you fucking have it. Randy Orton getting fucking angry at the fans. I don't know how I would fucking react to that. But Randy Orton, there you fucking have it. A small report there. He got angry at a fan. That's not good for PR, I'll tell you that much. But, I mean, there you fucking have it. Randy Orton got angry at the fan. We don't know. Randy Orton, I believe he went on fucking Twitter, said some shit. I do not know. But Randy Orton, there you fucking have it. Let's move on to the next news story real quick. A new tweet from Batista suggests that a WWE return is out of the question. Fans hoping to see Batista return to WWE after his brief and troubled 2014 run may want to temper their expectations, as the Animal took to Twitter earlier today to reply to a user's comment and further suggest that he might not be returning to WWE if ever asked to return. Batista made his last WWE return on the January 20th, 2014 episode of Monday Night Raw, re-debuting close to 1 month after vignettes were first aired to promote his comeback run. At that time, he was brought back as a babyface character, and it was also confirmed that he would be taking part in the 2014 Royal Rumble, but it didn't take long for things to go wrong for the returning former WWE champ. Despite his erstwhile heroic status, Batista became the subject of major fan backlash at the 2014 Royal Rumble, as most of those in attendance at the Consol Energy Center in Pittsburgh wanted to see Daniel Bryan enter the Royal Rumble match and end up victorious. But not only was Bryan nowhere among the 30 men in the over-the-top Battle Royal, it also became obvious late in the match that Batista was booked to win it and go on to face Randy Orton for the WWE title at Wrestlemania 30. And I don't know who the fuck made that main event. I've never spoken about that on this channel, but that was an absolutely fucking awful main event. Thank God that they actually fucking listened, like they should with Roman Reigns, and they fucking put Daniel Bryan in that main event, just like they shouldn't put Roman Reigns in the main event of fucking WrestleMania. I mean, it's the same fucking thing. Nobody wants to see Roman Reigns. Everybody wanted to see Daniel Bryan, and that's why it's so great that they actually put him in the fucking match. Batista was showered with boos when he went on to win 2014's Royal Rumble match, and as Bleacher Report noted, he was caught on camera arguing with angry fans, giving them the middle finger and mocking Daniel Bryan's yes chant. He was soon turned heel due to the negative post-Royal Rumble fan reactions after Daniel Bryan beat Triple H, then Orton and Batista at WrestleMania 30 to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. All three men who lost to Bryan that night had joined forces to reform the Evolution stable. That was great. Daniel Bryan being added, overcoming the Evolution stable in one night. That was great. The Evolution reunion lasted just 2 months though, as Batista quit the faction in WWE in June 2014 with the upcoming premiere of Guardians of the Galaxy as the real-life reason behind the storyline's departure. But it wasn't long before Batista's WWE return was officially over, as he quietly left the company due to creative differences, simply choosing not to return after his comeback was so poorly received by the fans. 3 years after the Royal Rumble 2014 debacle, it would appear that the man who now stars in Hollywood films under his real name, Dave Bautista, has no plans of ever coming back to WWE. The Inquisitor reported earlier this month that the 47-year-old wrestler is done with WWE and won't be allowing himself a more amicable send-off through a retirement match either. Now he's reasserted his stance on the matter, replying to a fan on Twitter who commented that his WWE 2014 return was a complete waste. He said, "Complete waste? I put your hero, Daniel Bryan, over at Mania and fought to keep Evolution to put over the Shield." So that is very, very interesting news. Batista here fucking angry. He says he contributed. And those are some good points. I mean, those are some very good points. He put Daniel Bryan over, and he put over the Shield. He put over two factions. I will give him that. Whether or not he wanted to fucking put Daniel Bryan over, whether or not he wanted to put the Shield over, that's questionable, but he did. And at least you got those uses out of his run. I wouldn't say his run was completely useless. It wasn't great. It was nowhere near great, but it was not completely useless. Let's continue the article. The tone of his words may hint that Batista is still upset with the popularity and main event pushes of Daniel Bryan and the Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Four wrestlers who were in 2014 in their late 20s to early 30s and in their prime of their wrestling careers. But as the Animal clarified to Chris Jericho on August 2014 of the episode of the Talk is Jericho podcast, which is absolutely fantastic, he does respect Daniel Bryan specifically. He does respect Bryan specifically and doesn't blame him personally for the negative way he feels about the WWE's product. It wasn't his fault. Daniel's an incredible worker. He knows what he's doing. He totally gets it. But they didn't want him to come back selling, which drove me nuts, man, because we beat the hell out of the guy. The guy is getting pulled off on a stretcher. He gets off the stretcher, comes back and wins, but is somehow mysteriously all healed up the next night, but they didn't want him selling, and even at the end of the night, we ended up giving him a bunch of finishes, but he was right back up. That kind of stuff irks me to no end. It's crap to me. It's garbage. That's not what we know, man. To sum it all up, we can expect more films from Dave Batista going forward, including this year's Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where he shall reprise his role as Drax the Destroyer. But as far as Batista making a WWE return is concerned, we shouldn't expect him back with the company so long as the wounds caused by the events of 2014 remain unhealed. So there you fucking have it. There's the latest on Batista. Batista still angered about what happened in 2014. Doesn't want to fucking work with the WWE, at least for now. WWE's plans for a women's tournament could mean even bigger things for the division. The internet reacted with appropriate anticipation when WWE executive Triple H revealed tentative plans for a women's tournament styled after the UK Championship Tournament to Fox Sports this week. And the one-off event could be just the start of something even bigger. We still don't know when, where, or how the aforementioned women's tournament will take place. All we know is what Triple H told us. WWE plans to hold such a tournament likely this summer, depending on how the schedule shakes out. Yet the timing is certainly interesting. With the Royal Rumble just days away, over the past few weeks, there's been some talk across the universe about the possibility of a women's rumble. Bayley addressed the topic earlier this month, correctly pointing out there aren't enough women on the extended WWE roster to hold a 30-person battle royal. Not yet anyways. I kind of honestly think we need a few more girls to do something like that because the guys have 30 men. We don't have many girls, even if it was Raw and SmackDown combined. I don't think it would make it 20 if we had more girls brought in, maybe like NXT girls. That would be really cool, and I think it would be a lot of fun. Indeed, there are somewhere between 15 and 18 WWE women who could be Rumble ready, depending on how you feel about some of the NXT performers and those recently signed to the company. You need at least a dozen more women familiar with a WWE-style ring and WWE-style production. Finding such a large influx of talent overnight would be extraordinarily difficult. Unless, of course, you were to bring the best women outside of the WWE together for an epic tournament and audition maybe, just like Triple H has in mind. Even if that doesn't mean a women's Royal Rumble, there are countless possibilities for WWE after a women's tournament. We've seen the women square off inside Hell in a Cell, and under Iron Man rules, could a women's Elimination Chamber be next? A women's Money in the Bank, women's tag team champions for Raw and Smackdown Live, a women's Queen of the Ring, a women's Night of Champion, the women's Night of Champions, no, a Queen of the Ring, lovely, that would be fantastic. Women's Tag Team Champions, hell no. A Women's Money in the Bank, that would be plausible, I could see that. A Women's Elimination Chamber, okay, sure, I could see that. But a fucking Tag Team Championship and a Women's Night of Champion, no. That's absolutely fucking awful. We hope so, because each of those ideas sounds amazing. And with potentially even more women on the roster, WWE can execute those ideas with some necessary variety instead of pitting the same dozen superstars against each other. Maybe the women's tournament will be a once-in-a-lifetime event, but if WWE wants to turn its summer plan into something grand, as they did with the Cruiserweights after the Classic, the opportunity is certainly there. That would be absolutely fantastic. This women's tournament has been rumored for months now. It was a rumor to be put on at the beginning of 2017. That, of course, got filled up by the UK tournament, but now it's going on over the summer. Triple H has confirmed it. These tournaments only mean fantastic things for the WWE. I'm absolutely loving the tournaments. It started with the Cruiserweight Classic, which was probably the best one so far. The UK tournament was absolutely fantastic. The women's tournament, I hope they have it stretch out across the summer like they did the Cruiserweight Classic, because I love the 2-day style of the UK tournament. But it would have been enhanced so much more if it would have went on across the weeks, because we would get to know these talents so much better. They would have gotten more time in the ring. That would have meant better matches for day one, for matches that we saw in day one. But that's alright. The 2-day tournament, the 2-day style really developed things nicely. You can do that for the women, but I would prefer the stretching out through the weeks. Will they be able to find 32 fucking women to put in a tournament? Maybe they'll just find 16 and put it in a 2-day style. We don't fucking know. There's a lot of questions, just like when I covered the UK tournament. There's a lot of questions still unanswered. They have a great women's roster. They have the Becky Lynch, they have the 4 Horsewomen, they have Mickie James, they have Alexa Bliss down in NXT, they have Asuka, they have Ember Moon, they have Nikki Cross. But they certainly can, especially NXT, can use a replenishing of women. There's a lot of great women wrestlers out there, and this is an opportunity for WWE to expand their women's division. We could see one of the best years for women's wrestling in 2017 transferred over to 2018. So this could be absolutely fantastic. I hope to see a tag team tournament, because WWE certainly needs tag teams. Fucking give me all the tournament. Give me a fucking men's tournament. Fucking finding more talent for the WWE. Whatever the fuck you want to do, I am open to it. Everything, all these fucking tournaments, they're expanding the WWE, bringing back the Cruiserweights, bringing in a UK tournament, expanding upon the women, expanding upon tag teams. I would love to see a tag team tournament. This is all fantastic for the WWE. It only means WWE is getting bigger, and if WWE is getting bigger, wrestling is getting bigger. So that is an absolute thumbs up. Cannot wait to see this women's tournament come into play. Probably some of the most positive news here, unless we count this next news story. Oh Lord. Micheal Cold possibly leaving the Raw announce team to be transitioning into a backstage role with the WWE. Let's talk about it. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that Micheal Cold's voice is synonymous with pro wrestling for a lot of people. In fact, pretty much a whole generation of WWE fans who have thankfully not really learned how to use the internet to argue about wrestling yet would consider him to be their own personal Gordon Soley or Jim Ross. Hell no. Jim Ross? Hell no. Or what have you. But in what will certainly come as welcome news to a particular subset of fans, me, we're getting a reminder that Cole's time behind the announcer's desk is finite. and there may be an end on the horizon. PW Insider is reporting that while it has always been discussed that Cole would eventually move off television and into an exclusive backstage role, lately that talk has ramped up, especially with the influx of more announcers like Mauro Ranallo, who is absolutely fantastic, and Nigel McGuinness, who is also absolutely fantastic. Adding Tom Phillips to the now 4-man Smackdown booth, which is absolutely awful that you have 4 people in the fucking booth. Byron Saxton and Austin Aries both working behind the booth on Raw, and Percy Watson now making NXT a 3-man booth. Cole's current duties, in addition to his announcing role on Raw and its pay-per-views and WWE YouTube videos and online interviews, consist of being the senior producer for commentators and scouting and hiring talent. Micheal Cold is the reason that Mauro Ranallo has a job, as Cole handpicked him to be the lead announcer for SmackDown and produces the SmackDown and Raw commentary desk for whatever they need beyond what Vince McMahon needs everyone to cover the shows during the shows. Cole has served as a mentor and guru for pretty much everyone who has come into an announcing gig since Jim Ross left the company, so keep that in mind the next time to wax poetic about Corey Graves. It may still be a few years down the road. Those announce desks are starting to get crowded, and Cole will only hold on to his leader announcer role for so long. What I would do. This is absolutely fantastic. Because Cole, let me tell you, I'm sure this guy is an amazing fucking wrestling expert. He knows all about the fucking business, and he can be fantastic in a backstage role. He can even be fucking booking Monday Night Raw. I wouldn't mind that. Micheal Cold sounds like he can have some amazing ideas. He brought in Mauro Ranallo. He did great. He can still commentate fantastic. I'm sure he just fucking hates I bet Micheal Cold realizes that Monday Night Raw is fucking garbage. He's been in the company for 10 years, and he just commentates like shit on Monday Night Raw. Because who gives a shit about Monday Night Raw? But Micheal Cold has been there for so many years. I think it's time he fucking takes a step down from the commentary role, especially with how crowded it is. What I would have happen, Tom Phillips takes over Mauro Ranallo on SmackDown. Ranallo goes to Raw. So Raw gets fucking Graves, Ranallo, and Saxton, if you even want to keep Saxton there. I would just have fucking Graves and Ranallo. And then SmackDown, you have Tom Phillips, JBL, which I wish he would leave. Jeez, you think Micheal Cole is bad right now. JBL is absolutely fucking awful. What I would do for SmackDown, Tom Phillips, get rid of JBL, get rid of fucking David Otunga, who absolutely contributes nothing to that commentary team, and put in Nigel McGuinness. Nigel McGuinness, Tom Phillips, Corey Graves, Mauro Ranallo. You don't need 15 fucking people on the commentary desk at the same motherfucking time. 2 people is enough for both shows. And then NXT, Percy Watson does absolutely fucking nothing for the NXT booth. Get him the fuck out of there. Byron Saxton is better as a fucking backstage interviewer. NXT, you can keep Phillips and Graves down there. I mean, you can keep Watson down there. You know what I would do, actually? Put McGuinness down in NXT. Have him commentate for NXT. Corey Graves permanent on Raw. Tom Phillips stays down in NXT if you want him to. Or he could be replaced by Percy Watson. And then you have Tom Phillips up on the main roster. So there you fucking go. That's what I would do. Get rid of Micheal Cole. He doesn't need to be in a commentary role. He can contribute so much backstage to the WWE. He will not be missed. Trust me, he will not be motherfucking missed by me, by anybody. He did great in the UK tournament. You can have him commentate for special events. He can be a great commentator. But right now on Monday Night Raw, in the current state that it is, it needs new blood. It needs something new. And Mauro Ranallo's voice. Even if you want to put Tom Phillips' voice would be a refreshing motherfucking change for Monday Night Raw. It would make Monday Night Raw, it would change the image of Monday Night Raw quite a bit. Because the commentators, whether you like to hear this or not, they can change the tone of the show for the better. That's why Jim Ross was so great because you would take Monday Night Raw and make it feel like the most important thing. If I was running WWE, I'd fucking pay Jim Ross millions of fucking dollars to come back. That's just fucking me. Because Jim Ross is absolutely fantastic in a commentary role, and I wish the best of luck to Micheal Cold in his future endeavors. For now, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for Behind the Mic episode 3. This episode has rambled on long enough. I had another news story set for you guys on Kenny Omega and what it's going to take for the WWE to get him to go over there. He pretty much says WWE needs to fucking book him like a superstar. He wants to be the next big thing in professional wrestling. He wants to be the biggest thing in professional wrestling. He wants to go out as a legend. And if he wants to go over to the WWE, they're going to have to treat him as so. And that's fucking obvious. That is fucking obvious to anybody with a fucking brain. So that's what Kenny Omega says. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it. Make sure to go check out everything else on the channel. Fucking Raw reviews, Smackdown reviews, news stories. I made a separate video from Behind the Mic. Kurt Angle entering the Hall of Fame. Make sure to go check that one out. A whole bunch of shit. I'm looking to fucking make a gaming video. I did a Resident Evil 4 playthrough. Never fucking finished it on this channel. Emily wants to play. I'm looking to fucking find a new game to play for this channel because we need some other content. It just doesn't have to be WWE, and I know that. I know that. So I'm looking for a game to play. There's so much fucking content on the channel, so make sure to go check out all that out for everything that has to do with the WWE. You're right here. You're on the right motherfucking channel if you're watching this video. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe because of this channel. We're in the building process. We're not quite at the top yet, and we want to get to the top, so make sure to contribute to the channel. Make sure to subscribe. Click on that button. Don't be fooled by the amount of subscribers, because when you watch the content, you're gonna get quality right here. And make sure to go check out the Twitter account for the channel. We live to with Raw, SmackDown, all the pay-per-views, fucking NXT takeover specials. I can't wait till San Antonio. The NXT hasn't been the best recently, but it's been building towards San Antonio slowly but surely. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, in a packed episode of Behind the Mic, that is going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed everything you heard here on episode 3. And make sure to tune in next Saturday for episode 4 for all the weekly WWE news. For now, this has been Joel Perez. And for now, I am out of here.